How's it going, everybody, and welcome back. This is Wake Run Collapse, and welcome to my final case opening of a new Japanese set with Sun and Moon 8 Explosive Impact. These beautiful boxes arrived yesterday, and I'm really excited to get into these. Obviously, Lugia GX is a big selling point for this particular set, being the mascot on the box, but it also features Blacephalon GX, Tyranitar GX, Shuckle GX, and for the first time, Suicune GX. So hopefully we pull Suicune in the first box. I'm very excited to see what the set has to offer. There's quite a bit to dig into, so this could be one of the longer first box openings on the channel. I also want to savor the moment. I don't want to do anything particularly ridiculous or glitchy or, meta or anything like that. I just want to open some boxes and some packs and see some cool cards. So if that means that this final case opening is devoid of some of the usual gameage that you happen to see on the channel, then so be it. I may put some in, I may not. Mostly I want to enjoy this moment and the 11 moments to follow, as this is going to be another 12-box opening, hopefully unlike anything you have ever seen before. So if you are excited for Explosive Impact, hit that like button down below. I would really love to see a good, solid amount of support on this video. Let me know as well in the comment section below what your favorite GX is from this set. It could be one that I pull, it could be one that I don't pull. It'll just be what it is. Big set here, a lot of new trainer cards, a lot of stuff to go over. So, in our first pack, we've got one of the big cards of the set. In the very first slot after the card trick, it's Lost Mixer. Lost Mixer enables you to put 2 cards from your hand into the Lost Zone, and then you get to draw 1 card as well. Now this is going to come in very handy when we draw a particular card, which will ideally be appearing shortly, and you'll see just why, if you were not privy to that knowledge yet, why Lost Mixer is going to be so important. I really haven't looked too much at the set list, but here we've got a Marini, there's a Mareep, a Pineco, and an Umbreon. Yes, Umbreon as an uncommon card. Pretty sweet. And speaking of Umbreon and evolutions, we've got Espeon right here. A Marill. This one is Memory Energy. This is a new one. So the Pokemon that this energy is attached to may use the attacks of its previous evolutions as long as it has the necessary energy to do so. And it does provide 1 colorless energy. Here we've got a pretty cool looking Spinarak. Nice! First holo or better from this expansion is Lugia GX. A beautiful card. I know that there's somebody out there who's really excited to get that on their hands. I see it every single day on Twitter. I love it. I love the support for it. Lugia GX has Psychic for its first attack, which does 30 damage, plus 30 more for every energy attached to the defending Pokemon. That attack right in the middle for 170 damage is Wadatsumi's Spear, but Wadatsumi's Spear cannot be used 2 turns in a row. And then down at the bottom is Lost Purge GX, which lets you put the defending Pokemon and all cards attached to it into the Lost Zone. Very, very nice start to this opening. Oh, I love it. I'm going to be honest, I love 4 out of 5 of the GXs in this set. Personally, I think the Blacephalon card is just an abomination. I hate the design of the Pokemon, so there's really nothing they could have done about that. Here we have my boy Toucannon, showing back up again. I love that. We've got Poipole, Cyndaquil, a Scyther, and Whitney. And Whitney is a new trainer. It lets you draw 1 card and then an additional 2 cards drawn for each additional Whitney in your discard pile. And now it's time that you roll out! So that's a nice little callback to the accelerating nature and difficulty of battling Whitney back in the day. So I think that was a pretty cool touch, especially for a Johto-centric set like this one. So we have another Fairy Charm. This one works against Grass-type Pokemon, if you'll remember from Fairy Rise. It enables the Fairy Pokemon that this card is attached to take no damage from GXs or EXs of the type that is in the center of the charm. So here we've got a Pick-a-Pack. That's right. Phanpy with the interesting, like, the knitted style there. Snubble seems to be having a great time. Ooh, and an Ampharos Holo. Nice. Very cool. This set does feature some interesting cards, which we will get to shortly. I hope that we're able to pull all the unknowns in the first half of the box. So I have to look at that part of this little cheat sheet I have over here. I've got Switch, a Hoppip, Pupitar, another Marini, and an Alolan Persian. It's a very strange artwork, isn't it? Next pack's got Wobbuffet, a Chikorita, Flaffy, Quilava. Oh, and here it is! It's the Jumpluff Holo. So, if you are not aware, this holographic card, which is pretty much guaranteed in every box of Explosive Impact, is selling for like between $12 and $15 a piece in Japan. And the reason for that is that Jumpluff has an attack called Lost March, which does 20 damage times the number of non-Prism cards in your own Lost Zone. Now combine that with Lost Mixer, which is an item trainer that lets you dump 2 cards at a time into your Lost Zone, and you can see how quickly this attack would generate insane amounts of damage and just blow away your opponent. And clearly it's working in decks in Japan in some way, shape, or form due to the popularity of Jumpluff. It only has 70 HP, and it has that monster attack on it, and people are just scooping them all up. It's kind of crazy. Anywho, we got Lily, Larvitar. This is a cool artwork right there. I've got Eevee, another Pineco, and Houndoom too. Next up, we have Smeargle, another Mareep. There are, I think, 2 Mareeps. There's probably a couple of Pokemon that have 2 arts in them. This tends to be a thing they're doing now. Sudowoodo, shout out to Mystic7. Delibird, and a Scizor Holo. Nice seeing him as the metal type as well. That's a great design. Now don't worry about Lugia being the only legendary you'll see featured in this set. Entei and Raikou also have regular holographic cards, so there's plenty more where that came from. I've got Pokemon Catcher, a Chinchou, Skiploom, a Xatu. Nice! First box, and we get an amazing full art supporter in Professor Elm. That is wonderful. What a great start. So Professor Elm lets you search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon with 60 hit points or less and put them into your hand. And the artwork is insanely cool. This is a very valuable card in Japan. I don't know exactly how much, but I know it is quite popular. So I'm stoked, I tell you, to get it in the very first box. 102 out of 95. That's a super rare version. Let's kill the lights for just a minute and see all those beautiful Japanese textures. They are simply the best. And what a wonderful start. Oh, so excited about that. We'll slide that right over there and continue on with our box opening. Still plenty of new stuff to be seen in this one that you will certainly not want to miss. So we've got a Slowking right here. Then we've got Trumbeak, a Bayleaf, Cyndaquil. Oh, and our Prism card is Lusamine Prism. Wow, back-to-back packs, some amazing pulls there. Lusamine Prism can only be used if your opponent has exactly 3 prize cards remaining. This enables you to prevent all damage done to your Ultra Beasts by your opponent's attacks on their next turn. So pretty cool scoop up. There are actually 3 Prism cards in this set. There's also a Celebi and a Heat Factory, which we are unlikely to see, but it's certainly not impossible. I've definitely had, double Prism boxes before, so we will see what happens with that. So we got Granbull, a Phanpy, Slowpoke, Heracross, and Unown Hand. And this is one of the 3 funny Unown cards. So I apologize for the length of this video, but I think you understand. There are 3 Unown cards with win condition abilities. So this is an Unown hand, and if you have 35 cards or more in your hand, and this Pokemon is on the field, you win. The game is over. That's pretty awesome. The 3 different Unowns that appear in here, there's another one for damage counters, there's another one for the Lost Zone, which we will explain as we get them. And here's the first of those 2, Unown Damage. If your benched Pokemon cumulatively have at least 66 damage counters on them, you win the game. And we got a Snubble, Slowpoke, Chikorita, and a Choice Band. So pretty wild stuff going on there. Next up is Lantern, a Stantler, Natu, Delibird, and a Typhlosion Holo. Awesome. Very nice art there. What an exciting first box. Man, I haven't felt so positively about a set in a little while. I've got Miltank here, then Chansey, Larvitar, Flaffy, and a double colorless energy. And the final pack of the first half of the box. And that's going to feature Faba or Faba, I don't know exactly how to say that. Let you place one of your opponent's tools, stadiums, or special energies in play in the Lost Zone. Looks like a villain from a morning cartoon, which I guess you technically could say Pokemon is, but just honestly looks like he's got a really annoying cackle to him too, and is easily defeated. Quilava, a Heracross, Trumbeak, and a Raikou is our holo there. Only a little bit more to go with those. We've got the Entei, and of course, the card everyone's waiting for, which hopefully will make an appearance at some point in this video. I need Suicune GX in my life. I know it's somewhere in that box. This box or one of the many others. But still, I need it. Into the second half of the box, we've got Pokemon Catcher, a Pupitar, Bayleaf, Cyndaquil, and Nihilego as a holographic card. This is a cool design on a Pokemon. I've always kind of dug it. So nice to see it available as not a GX. Definitely a cool card to add to the collection right there. Still got new trainers to show off too. There are several you haven't seen yet. So we got DCE, Sudowoodo, a Stantler. Then we've got an Ariados, which looks surprisingly cute, and another Miltank. Hint, hint, Miltank is in some ways related to one of the trainers you haven't seen. So we've got Umbreon right here, a Alolan Meowth, a Quilava, Mareep. Yes! It's my boy, no one else's, Shuckle GX. I was absurdly excited that this is going to be included. I get that it's a gag card. I don't care. I love Shuckle. Bring me the full art. Bring me the hyper rare. I want them. I need them. I got to have them. But now I've got the regular GX version, and that will definitely do for now. It's got an ability called Protective Pot, which prevents all damage done to this Pokemon by Pokemon with 2 or fewer energy attached. So, can't do much to Shuckle unless you really bring the energy. Triple Poison causes poison and does 30 damage in between turns instead of 10. And then Wrap GX at the bottom does 40 damage plus paralysis. This is a much slower version of a GX card. Much more defensive, much more, drawing things out and such. But what else can you expect from a GX like Shuckle? And hey, I totally understand if you're not a fan of Shuckle being a GX. And oh my god. But you also have to totally understand how ridiculously excited I am for it. Anyways, now that you've already seen the cards in this pack, Donphan, Trumbeak, Xatu, Phanpy, and How. At least that wasn't how I newly revealed something. Next pack, a Alolan Persian, a Mantine, that's pretty cool, Cyndaquil, a Fairy-type Marill, and a Switch. Hope we're going to get the trainers in this box. I've got like 10 packs to go, but there's still a bunch to pull. There's another Unown hand right here. Then we've got Skiploom, a Pick-a-Peck, Poipole, and Holo Entei. Wonderful art there. Really, really like it. Another cool addition. There should be one more GX in this box. So it remains to be seen whether it's, Blacephalon or Tyranitar or Suicune. We've got a Slowking here, Spinarak, Hitmontop, seems to be enjoying himself. Then we've got a Slowpoke. And this is a new trainer called, what is it, Choice Helmet? Yeah, Choice Helmet. It actually is also featured as an ultra rare. The Pokemon that this tool is attached to does an extra 30 damage to your opponent's active GX or EX Pokemon. Next pack with Ultra Ball. There's a Snubbull, Chikorita, Stantler, and a Meganium as a holo as well. The benefits of having a big set is that you get a lot of different types of holos. And I'm pretty stoked about that. That's why these sets absolutely crush some of the little ones that are released in between. Really quite a big fan. So, here's Moo Moo Milk. Told you there was going to be a Miltank related trainer in here. And Moo Moo Milk lets you choose one of your Pokemon, you flip 2 coins, and you heal, I believe, 30 damage. Yeah, 30 damage for each heads that you flip. Larvitar, Natu, a Bayleaf, and a Toucannon. Next pack up, this is the regular version of the Professor Elm. Very nice. Mareep, a Pupitar, Chansey, and a Houndoom. So we've got Smeargle, a Hoppip, Chinchou, a Alolan Meowth, and Naganadel as a holo too. Very interesting, I say. Very interesting. Clearly the variety continues, even though this is like a Johto-centric set. I like that they didn't completely restrict themselves. It's got definitely the second gen theme to it, but it didn't go completely overboard with it, which I thought was cool. I've got Fortress, an Azumarill, there's a Scyther, Mantine, and Unown Missing. This is our third bizarre Unown, so if your opponent has at least 12 supporter cards in the Lost Zone, you can write a W on the board because you just won the game if Unown is on the field. Also, I just lost the game, and so did you. Just like to drop that out there for you. Rare Candy, there's a... Oh, we have not seen this Girafarig. Seems to be enjoying himself. Sort of, despite being under attack. Eevee, there's a Hoppip. Finally! Suicune GX! I should just hit the stop record button right now, because we're done. Close down the channel, we're finished. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm really excited. What a moment. We've been waiting years for this. They did us dirty for long enough, but finally, we have a Suicune GX. Is it good? Probably not. It's got an ability called Phantom Wind. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may shuffle it and all cards attached back into your deck. It's got an attack called Cure Stream, which does 120, and the defending Pokemon deals 30 less damage next turn. And then Binacle GX does 150 damage, that's at the bottom, and you switch it out with one of your benched Pokemon. I was starting to think this image would never appear on my channel. But it's here. Suicune GX, baby. Let's close out the last couple of packs in this opening, which we've done so very well. And here's another new trainer card. This one is called React Hammer, which also serves as an ultra rare later in the set. Ultra rare for React Hammer, Choice Helmet, and Lost Mixer, which I didn't mention before. This can only be used by the player going second and on their first turn. So, very situational. You discard an energy from one of your opponent's Pokemon in play, but that's the only time you can use it, and you have to have been going second. Why it's an ultra rare, I don't know. Marill, there's a Sudowoodo, an Ariados, and Toxapex. That's our first Toxapex. And in our very final pack of this historic box number 1, we've got Granbull, we have Houndour, Alolan Meowth, Pick-a-Peck, and a Blissey Holo. Fantastic. I do not know if this Blissey is any good, but I do think it would be funny if Blissey had 400 HP just to troll the crap out of everyone. So as I get all this stuff sorted and everything gets put back where it ought to be, I want to thank you guys sincerely for checking out the video. If you have not hit the like button already, please take the moment to do so now. I would really appreciate it. I'd love to see a nice healthy number, of comments at the bottom of the video as well, to kind of kick off this last case in true fashion. That will go there. Actually, we're going to slide that there. So, a recap shows you the holos. We've got Scizor, Blissey, Naganadel, Meganium, Entei, Nihilego, Raikou, Jumpluff, Ampharos, and Typhlosion. What a setup. Lusamine was our Prism. Then we've got GXs of Shuckle, Lugia, and Suicune. Hot damn. And the Professor Elm Full Art Super Rare. Thank you again for checking out the video. I hope you will consider, if you are new to the channel, subscribing for the time that I am left here, as there are plenty of openings left to be found and lots of great Japanese cards to pull. Hope to see you along the way, and I'll be back tomorrow with box number 2.